Dude, have you seen this stuff yet?
What is it, dude?
Dude, it's this really awesome, I'm very excited about it. Really cool collaboration with Adam. Some Spec stuff. We got E36 Knuckles with a 46 lower in a nice TE37-ish kind of bronze color with a nice, actually very nice matte finish clear coat, which I was surprised about because we did the kit for him already, which apparently he loves. Thank you, Adam. I was very impressed with the clear coat on it. It actually cleans up nicely. Because when you get a lot of matte stuff, you know, you have a matte finish and you get oil on it, it's like, oh, well, that just lives there now. This, with the rapid tap I use for doing bearings, chasing these out, it cleaned up nice. So we're gonna go through the process of what I typically do for a custom color kit. Say one of these gets dinged up, you can just re-blast it, recoat it, it's fine. Stuff like this, a little bit trickier to do that with for sake of like a touch-up, especially when we get into the illusion colors, like the beautiful illusion cherry, illusion blueberry, the illusion purple, all the illusions really. So yeah, we're kind of gonna go through the process of what I do for cleanup, how I take care of them, and we'll have a little fun, maybe, or it'll be all business, maybe. We'll kind of go, because we'll put plugs in here to keep all the powder out, but then when the plugs come out, they leave a little bit of a, almost like a burr. So I just clean it up. Then we gotta go over here. Put a nice cloth in there, protect it, so the E36 gets chased out a little bit with some interesting stuff. And I'll reposition this a little bit better. So ask kind of anyone around the shop. The custom color kits are kind of, they're kind of my babies. Because the way I see it, someone put thought into ordering something. They thought of a color, they personalized it. And I kind of take that personally as like okay, this is special now. This is a little bit more special here, but special all the same. So I'll just do my thing. A little bit of the good stuff.
So these hold a tap before powder, right?
Yeah, they're already done before powder, but the powder does tend to get in there a little bit. The plugs go in the front, but they have a little bit of a gap on the back side, like if we look at this one. So you can see the powder gets in there a little bit, and you don't really want that. It doesn't look good. It thickens up the threads, which isn't great when you're trying to bolt something together. So you just kind of go through, and it's the same with any kit, any color, FDF Platinum, anything. Just chase the threads. So we'll go through like that, chase these two out. There we go. So this is the bump stop spots. 3 different positions for it, for all of your bump stopping needs. So again, same thing, chase it out.
You got everything laid out already?
Yeah, because there's two other kits we're doing. Adam has his one that he was testing on. And I have this kit, and there's another one waiting. So I grabbed enough hardware for everything. So between, yeah, 2 BMW kits, this would be, as far as the knuckles and the lowers go, this would be all the hardware. Ackerman plates, bolts, bump stops, Heims, spacers, bearings and snap rings for the lowers. That's kind of my process when I do assembly. I'll go through and see, okay, what all do I need? This is everything we need, get it out ahead of time, and away we go. Oh, and there we go. So nice freshly tapped holes. Blast them out, and this is what I was talking about with this clear coat. Gone. Nearly. There, gone. I love it. Adam, if there was any leftover rapid tap on your kit, I'm sorry, it was a rush. But it got there. It got there in less than a day. From here, from FDF to Florida in like, what was it, like 8 hours? It was insane. I had to drive it there myself because we missed our truck.
You drove it to Florida?
Yeah. Florida and back in 8 hours. No, I had to take it over to the FedEx depot. It got there, barely made it on the truck apparently. And I was very happy it made it there, and very happy to hear Adam's just as pumped about it as we are. That's a cleanup on a Knuckle. So after that, it's pretty straightforward as far as assembly goes. Good there. So, bump stop. We're putting the 0 Ackerman plates in. These go default with anything Knuckle related we send out. So they just go on like that. Snug it up. Nylock nut. Little nylock nut. Holds it on there. Whenever it's installed, the new happy owner tightens it down, and as an option they go with a +2, -2. So you can go boop, boop to your heart's content. But default 0. So then we'll take heim joint, spacers. Boom, boom, same deal, nylock, just enough to get her on there. Same thing, these are the other spacers for the control arm side. Get them on there. Is an assembled E36 Knuckle, and all of its custom color beauty. Now you're probably wondering, wait, how did they get the powder so clean on there? Well, a little bit of protection. So protection is important, especially when you're dealing with spindles. You don't want powder on there. It's gonna completely throw off the fitment. You're not gonna get anything on there. So when they're doing the powder coating, anything with a spindle, anything that's gonna have a heim joint put on there, you want it to actually go on there. And then you get to have some fun peeling it off, and that's how you get that nice clean line. Look at those welds. Shout out to the welders, look at that. That's beautiful. Now for the lowers, Kyle hasn't taken the thing, which I think he did. Kyle, I gotta steal my thing back for a moment. Yeah! Well, this is what I use to clean out the bearing holes. So I'll typically start with a few really good passes to kind of get an idea, and then from there, oh, that one was almost perfect. Whip out the handy dandy bearing presser, drop the nut on the floor. It happens.
What does this do?
This presses the bearing in very nicely too. It's the quickest and somewhat cleanest way to get a bearing in without sitting there and literally pressing every single one in manually. So it's literally just a 5-inch bolt, 2 different size sockets, one big enough to not fall through the hole and one just big enough to engage with the bearing. Wrench on one side, impact on the other side. Slam it in. So then we put a ring on it. Snapping in there, snap in, snap, snap. And then same with this side. So 1, 2, you end up with, for sake of a placeholder, there. You end up with a complete lower.
Thanks, Dougie Brad.
Yeah, that's what I do.